Donald Trump's return to the White House marks one of the most improbable and historic political comebacks in American history. From his early days navigating the real estate world to overcoming personal and political setbacks, Trump's journey is nothing short of a saga. With a life defined by extreme highs and lows, Trump's path back to the presidency defied every expectation and left the nation in awe. Trump's roots trace back to Queens, New York, where he was born into a family that placed immense value on winning. His father, Fred Trump, was a relentless real estate developer who instilled in young Donald the belief that losing was unacceptable. Determined not to repeat his brother's fate, Donald adopted a cutthroat mentality, which he carried into his business ventures and later into politics. Donald's childhood was far from ordinary. Growing up in a household that prioritized success above all else, he learned early on that vulnerability was equated with weakness. His relationship with his father, a man driven by ambition, shaped his worldview. Trump's ascent in the family real estate business was marked by ambition and audacity. In the 1970s, Trump and his father faced a lawsuit from the federal government over racial bias in their rental practices. With the help of Roy Cohn, a notorious lawyer known for his aggressive tactics, Trump countersued the Justice Department, projecting the case as a victory despite agreeing to a settlement. This combative and unapologetic style became Trump's trademark. He leveraged his father's money and Cohn's connections to establish himself as a player in Manhattan real estate. Despite skepticism from New York's elite, Trump positioned himself as a brash outsider determined to redefine the rules of the game. Trump's early business ventures were characterized by high-risk moves and relentless self-promotion. He knew that to stand out in the competitive world of Manhattan real estate, he needed more than just financial backing. He needed a brand. However, this strategy also made him a lightning rod for criticism, as many questioned whether his achievements were built on substance or mere spectacle. The 1980s saw Trump's empire expand into casinos, hotels, and various other ventures. But this rapid growth came at a cost. Financial overreach led to multiple bankruptcies and legal battles. His critics labeled him a failure, yet Trump's ability to spin setbacks into victories kept him in the public eye. Despite his financial troubles, Trump remained a master of reinvention. Each bankruptcy was framed not as a failure, but as a strategic reset. He used the media to his advantage, ensuring that his name stayed in the headlines. In the early 2000s, Trump's fortunes took a dramatic turn with the launch of The Apprentice, a reality TV show that portrayed him as a shrewd and decisive businessman. For 14 seasons, audiences saw Trump as the ultimate boss, a figure of authority and success. This carefully curated image propelled him back into the spotlight and laid the groundwork for his entry into politics. Through the show, Trump reached millions of viewers, many of whom came to see him as a symbol of the American dream. Trump's 2016 presidential campaign shocked the political establishment. His rhetoric, which many deemed inflammatory and divisive, resonated with a significant portion of the electorate who felt ignored by traditional politicians. His victory in the 2016 election was a testament to his ability to defy conventional political wisdom. As president, Trump's tenure was marked by polarizing policies and constant battles with the media, political opponents, and even members of his own party. His approach to governance mirrored his business strategy: relentless, unapologetic, and often controversial. From immigration bans to trade wars, Trump's presidency reshaped the political landscape. His ability to dominate the news cycle ensured that his message reached his supporters, even as it drew fierce criticism from his detractors. The 2020 election proved to be a turning point. Facing widespread criticism over his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and a deeply divided nation, Trump lost to Joe Biden. However, true to form, Trump refused to accept defeat. He launched an aggressive campaign to challenge the election results, claiming widespread fraud. Despite losing over 60 lawsuits and facing opposition from his own advisors, Trump doubled down on his narrative. The culmination of this refusal to concede was the January 6th Capitol riot, an event that left a dark stain on his legacy. In the aftermath, Trump retreated to his private club in Florida, seemingly defeated. Yet, those who knew him well understood that he was far from done. Trump's resilience and ability to channel adversity into opportunity had been hallmarks of his career. Even as legal battles and public backlash mounted, he began plotting his return. He stayed connected with his base through rallies and social media, ensuring that his presence remained a force in American politics. Trump's post-presidency was marked by a barrage of legal challenges, including multiple indictments and civil lawsuits. Most politicians would have been crushed under the weight of such scrutiny, but Trump used these setbacks to rally his base. Each new indictment only seemed to strengthen his support among his core followers. His rallies grew larger, his rhetoric sharper, and his determination fiercer. He framed his second presidential campaign as a battle for the soul of America, a fight to restore the country's greatness and settle scores with those who had wronged him. Trump's ability to connect with his supporters on an emotional level made him a formidable force, even in the face of unprecedented challenges. Against all odds, Trump clinched the Republican nomination for the 2024 election. His campaign gained momentum as he tapped into growing frustrations over inflation, housing affordability, and political polarization. But just as his resurgence began to capture the nation's attention, tragedy struck. In a shocking and terrifying twist, an assassination attempt was made on Trump's life. The attack sent shockwaves throughout the country and dominated the news cycle for days. Despite the close call, Trump remained defiant, vowing to continue his campaign for the presidency, undeterred by the threat against his life. In a stunning turn of events, Trump won the election, securing his place in history as the only U.S. president to serve non-consecutive terms. His survival, both politically and personally, only fueled his narrative of resilience, making his victory all the more dramatic. Trump's return to power was a spectacle unlike any other. From surviving multiple impeachments and indictments to weathering personal and professional scandals, he had proven once again that he could defy the odds. His presidency became a symbol of resilience and the power of reinvention, leaving an indelible mark on American history. Supporters celebrated his victory as a triumph of the outsider against the establishment, while critics were left grappling with the implications of his return. Donald Trump's journey from a brash New York real estate mogul to the highest office in the land, and back again, is a story of audacity, resilience, and an unyielding will to win. Love him or hate him, his comeback redefined what is possible in American politics. His legacy, like his life, remains a testament to the unpredictable and extraordinary nature of his rise, fall, and rise again. Please like the video for me.